I'm on the better Wi-Fi anyway.
Nice. All right, cool. I'm going live everywhere.
Cool.
Welcome to the live, guys. My name's Sean from Seller Smart, and I'm here with the main man, Sam, today. How are you, Sam?
I am very good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you, mate. Right. As always, we're just going to let our community members know that we're live. We have a free Discord community with 1,600 members. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to let the community members know that we're live. Oh, do you hear that?
I did hear that. What was that for?
I just made an eBay sale.
I thought I recognised it as eBay.
It's very addictive hearing that sound, isn't it? Shopify nailed there. Shopify is so addictive.
Oh, really? I'm not sure. Amazon. Does Amazon have one? I don't know. For FBA, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I've never noticed before. We've added one to our software.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Okay, cool. We're live. You got your clicker thing going?
Yeah, got to find it amongst the rubbish I've got everywhere.
Nice. All right, guys. So we're here to talk about Amazon FBA today. Sam is mad busy this week because you've been doing your own prep on the lead, haven't you? You found a banger and you've been rinsing it.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Not gonna lie. The profit's good though. I'm selling a lot of. So I'm just this clicker. I'm selling a lot, and it's absolutely flying out. So I'm just constantly having to buy more and more and more. I've still got like probably 500-600 units here I need to prep. So yeah, that's pretty long. But I've actually got Prep Smart involved now. Yesterday, I think they got delivered. And
you said you got Prep Smart involved, but then you glitched out.
Oh, so yeah, I got Prep Smart involved. So I've sent them about 42 orders yesterday. I think it's about 500 units, and then I'm going to spam a load more tonight while the football's on, and then hopefully they should get another 500 units before the end of the week, and then hopefully spam some more as well. I can be bothered. It's just such a long process because that's annoying because the retailer I'm buying it from, they banned all our credit cards and they banned my other main prep center address. So can't get it delivered there. And then the only way to make the payment is on Apple Pay. And obviously my VA doesn't have access to Apple Pay. So I'm having to just spam all the orders myself. And it's just, it's a bit of a slog.
My camera's just glitched out. Give me 1 sec. How much are you making per unit on that lead?
So there's quite a few leads. It is let me go through. The ROI is really good though. So there's one main one which is £5 profit, 32% ROI. Another one is £6 profit, 52% ROI. Another one, £8 profit, 92% ROI. And then I've got this one here is £7.50 profit, 43% ROI. This one, £9 profit, 104% ROI. So they're good. They're all really good, and they sell loads. Like the main one sells like 600-700 times a month. So I'm trying to get enough stock that's going to last me, good 3, 4, 5 months maybe. So it's I need to spam a lot more orders for free. It's just a long process.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, my camera's back. Sorry about that, guys. Shout Alex. I saw him in here for a second. Is he gone? Are you in here, mate? If you are, welcome.
How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Welcome, everyone, to the live. Who's here? Do I see any familiar faces? Carol? No, we dropped out. Okay, fair. It's a quiet one, but it is 2:15, isn't it, on a Wednesday, so I'm not surprised.
It is, yes. A few delays our end. Had a mentorship call today, which went quite well. It was a call around private label. So obviously we are super focused on OA. That's just what we do. But I feel like it's good to just teach other people about different selling methods. If they want to know them, at least they got the knowledge there. And if they ever did sort of go down that route and pursue it, then at least they have an understanding as to what it is and everything like that. And I actually shared my private label product on there, the one which is completely flopped and gone belly up. So I sort of shared the packaging, what it is, how I went through like the product research, what issues I had and why it's not working. And yeah, so I thought it was, I thought it was pretty good. Cool.
You learn a lot from failures, don't you? And I've always said in the lives, I don't think there is such a thing as failure as long as you keep going. So even though that one went belly up, you've learned so much about the process. If you tried again, I bet it would go a lot smoother.
100%. That's what I was saying on the call. Like, although I've lost a fair amount of money, I learned an awful lot. And I've been procrastinating on it for so long, like years, like 3 years, that I'm glad I just gave it a shot. And now next time when I do it again, it'll be a lot easier and the process will be a lot smoother. And it's just one of those things. There's always risks to it. So I knew the risk before I went into it and paid the price.
Nice. Yeah, my right-hand woman, one of the virtual assistants from the Philippines I've been working with, called Janie. I've been working with her for 2 years. She works with the Seller Smart team now. She's got 10 years of PL experience, and I've always said I need to utilize her skills. So I think I am going to do it. You know, there's room for a personal brand product to go on in the long run, which I'll talk to you guys about later on down the line. But yeah, just haven't had the time to start. Yeah, Seller Smart is so unbelievably busy. I wake up in the morning, go to the gym, and then before I know it, it's 10 p.m. You know, the day's gone, and that's every day. It's
mad busy at the moment. I think everyone, me, you, Reese, Cal, everyone's sort of saying the same thing. It's just there's a lot going on all the time. Yeah, it's pretty wild at the minute.
Yeah, and like I was thinking about this the other day. I do wonder how sustainable it is as we continue to scale, how busy it is, which is why I was thinking it wasn't the best idea to release that wholesale course. I don't want to add yet another thing. I think it's actually better to focus on the core offers that we've got, double down on those and simplify it a bit, just because there's so many plates being juggled. Doesn't really feel like a good strategy long term.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's probably right. We want to work on what we currently got and make that good before we start adding more pies to the mix, right?
Yeah, 100%. Which, incidentally, one thing that we've had queuing on the mentorship for a long time now is we were going to add in AI chat channels. I need to pursue that. And we were going to get in more guest speakers, which Harvey, our accountant at Smartly, he said he'd be up for one of those. So I need to drop him a message and see when he'd be up for doing that.
Nice, that'd be good. That'd be, helpful. Accounting is not the most interesting topic, but it is one of the most important. So it's really good to have someone like that available.
I'll drop Gravy a message as well and see if he's up for it, because it'd be good to get him in the mentorship as a supplier as well.
Yeah, he's good. I bought a few leads from him before. Yeah, he's does bookkeeping as well, so he's he knows his way around Amazon for sure.
So let's dive into trying to help the audience a wee bit. What do you think is the most prevalent thing that they should be focusing on right now at this time of year? Now we're in, mid-July, getting closer and closer to Q4. It's going to be here before we know it. What do you think is the most pressing thing people should be doing?
It's kind of like this time of year. For me, there's not really like anything major. Like I think it's too early to prep for Q4. Sales should be pretty good right now. You're well out of the Q1 sort of slow cycle. Sales should be good, and I think this is kind of one of the most enjoyable bits because sales are consistent, sales are good. There's nothing you have to worry about in terms of like Q1's been and gone. So that's that pain over and done with. Q4 hasn't really arrived yet. I think it's still too early to prep for Q4. So you're kind of like in a good position right now because everything should be pretty smooth sailing and churning over, deals get found, things selling, so it should be pretty good. And I think I wouldn't really until maybe like next month. Yeah, probably like next month is when I would start prepping a little bit more towards Q4. Whereas, yeah, at the minute it should be pretty smooth sailing, and it's just, I guess, as always, trying to refine as much as possible. Make sure you got all the processes and steps in place because it is soon going to get very, very busy come October, November, December.
The one I was saying to someone the other day is if you want to have your virtual assistants lined up and ready for Q4, ideally you want to have them ready by the end of August at the latest.
That's a very good point. 100%. And you kind of want to be looking at prep centers pretty soon as well, because a lot of prep centers will close their doors throughout Q4 and they won't be accepting people on there. So if you want to get a prep center, it's definitely worth looking at the minute, having calls with them, messaging them, and just seeing what they can offer and what they can do. But yeah, VAs, I think if you want to get a VA now, I would say, because you get it now, you got what, August, September. It's going to take him good 2-3 months to really get to grips with how you work and what you're doing. So by the middle of Q4, yeah, they'll be good. But yeah, I think you probably want to get them in place now, so you can really utilize them and have a good Q4 with them actually.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't spoken to the guys if we're going to close down Prep Smart before Q4 because we're obviously going to have moved into the bigger space by then. I think we're going to hire a new staff member very soon. So I think we might have room for people to grow into, but at the same time, Prime Day was just absolutely insane at the prep center. It was so insane. So I can only imagine Christmas is going to be even more so. So maybe that is a conversation I have with Reese and Cal.
Yeah, like I guess the difference between Q4 and Prime Day, right? Prime Day is insane, but it's kind of one day only, whereas Q4 it's insane, but not to the same level. But then it's just consistent for months, so it's like a different. At least Prime Day, you sort of get hit, and then you're drowning for a few days, and then you recover and you're fine. Whereas with Q4, you get hit, and then you get hit, and then you get hit, and then 3 months later, you don't, and then you can wind down a little bit. So it's tough. You don't want to underestimate yourself or overestimate yourself in Q4, thinking you can take on more than you can chew, because you can very easily shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and that's the thing, in that you don't want to upset people with their prep during Q4. Otherwise, it's hard to come back from that.
100%. It's the worst time to upset your clients during Q4.
Athea, welcome to the live. How are you? You said, would you recommend FBM for Q4? Yes. I think Q4 you should do FBA up until, well, it's impossible to say because every year you never know if there's going to be delays checking into FCs or not. So I sell FBM if it's anything past the 10th of the month. But that's because for me, where I'm located in the country, it takes a while for things to check in. In our prep center at Prep Smart, it doesn't take that long. It takes like 3 or 4 days in my experience. So maybe a bit later in the month, I would keep sending into FBA. But if they've got 2 to 3 weeks of delays before check-in and you're sending all your stock for FBA, you're going to miss Christmas. One thing I would say is, utilize FBM for sure. It's good during Q4. Do not cut your prices and sell your stock too fast. So many people panic, cut their prices and sell their stock before the 15th of December, whereas the sales go on all the way until the end of the month. So do not cut your prices. Hold your price, hold firm, and wait for that rush, because it is really addictive. It's a very crazy period, Q4.
Yeah, I think, you're kind of right. Like I wouldn't really focus much on FBM until you get to like December, and it's the point of when your shipments aren't going to check in time. That's when you want to start utilizing utilizing FBM. But I think before that, just pump in as much stuff as possible into Amazon. And I kind of use like Black Friday is kind of like the last day where I'll be buying Q4 stock. Anything after Black Friday, it kind of it's no real guarantee that it's gonna get in or sell before Christmas.
Terry said, "What about Q5?" That's a really good point. I didn't think about Q5. That's the that's the bit where you're sat in the bookshelf and you're looking at your daughter when she's a young girl, right? Is that right? Or is that Interstellar? I might be mixing the two things.
I have no idea what you're going on
about. Sorry, I referred to you as Terry, didn't I? I should have referred to you as your proper title. Up to me, Pappy Young Cuck Cuck. Athea said, "I'm good, thank you. How are you?" Yeah, I'm really good, Athea. Thank you very much. Cal has had heat stroke. Reese has been developing the new prep center.
Fancy way of saying he's hungover, but doesn't want to tell anyone he's hungover.
Yeah, maybe he came from a stag do, but he did genuinely get bad heat stroke. So it has been chaotically busy. So I haven't been going live as much as I would like to this month, just because I've been so busy. But yeah, apologies for that, guys. I will be as consistent as I can be. But yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Sam, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm all right. Busy, just so busy, like endless amounts of busy. I think once all this prep's done, it'll be better. There's just it's just loads of life stuff I need to do. Like obviously selling the house, so I need to sell everything in this house. I've got visas I need to sort out. There's a load of paperwork for the house sale I need to sort out. I need new passports for my kids. There's just so much going on. Just never enough time in the day.
I've got an entire room's worth of like items I'm going to sell, items I'm going to donate, and items I'm going to take to the tip, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But it's all organized neatly, so when I do actually put like 2 hours into it, I'll blast through it. Yeah. But it's going to be a couple of trips to the dump. I've got loads and loads of loads of winter clothes, like woolly hats and stuff that I bought last Q4 and they just didn't sell. It was like an eBay thing I was trying. So I might job lot those and get rid of them, or I might just hold on to them until winter and try again with better photos.
Yeah, it's a slog, isn't it? It is a slog, and you just sort of put it off all the time. I do anyway, and then it ends up being a bit of a bigger slog. Terry said, "I thought Sam was in Miami. Swear you posted that the other day." No, not in Miami. I was at the weekend. I was in a hotel which is themed on Miami, but it was in sunny old Bournemouth, mate. Yeah, I've not left the country this month.
Although you'll be leaving it for good soon, won't you?
I will be in end of September. I will be off skis.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a trip to Ibiza to come and say hi.
Definitely, it's gonna be good. I cannot wait.
Athea said, "Same. I'm in London, and my inventory always goes to the Midlands." Yeah, I always find Coventry is where a lot of my stuff goes. Interstate Co. Hey up, guys! Just having a sneak view while I'm at work. Welcome to the live. How are you today, my friend? Athea, thank you. Just wondering as we'll be doing my first Q4. Athea, and to any other newbies watching this, Q4 is insane. It is absolutely amazing. Everyone gets it twisted, right? You're going to get so suckered in by the sales of Q4. When Q1 happens, you're going to be like, what the hell's wrong with my store? It's just Q4. Q4 is absolutely bananas. Because a lot of you guys are beginners, you do just want to keep buying and sending stock in, especially in January. January is actually really good a lot of the time. But when you hit February, your sales are going to be nothing like Q4. And I don't want you to panic. That's normal. You know, that's e-commerce in general. People spend so much money during Q4 and then in January sales, and then everyone in February is broke. So enjoy it. Enjoy the rush while it's about. Maximize it as much as possible. Make sure you buy enough stock and don't sell it too quick. Make sure you hold your price high, and then use Q1 to prepare yourself. Q1 to me is like a period where you develop your systems, your processes, your data, your knowledge. That's what Q1 is for to me.
Mick FRA said, "You moving for good?" That's the plan. I guess you never know though, right? So we're moving, we're selling the house, selling everything we own pretty much and moving. So we'll see what happens. yeah, if it ends up being a year, 2 years, then yeah, so be it. But yeah, the plan is to move. The plan is just to move there and just see what happens, I suppose.
My fiance's sister, Milena, who Sam, you know Milena, she's helped us with our marketing before. Milena and her husband are just buying a house in a really nice place in Portugal. It's costing about 250,000 euros, and it's basically a Airbnb 4-bedroom villa. It is absolutely insane what you get for your money in Portugal versus the UK. And I have to be honest, it has tempted us a bit. It has tempted us.
Yeah, I can imagine. I would. To be honest. I think it's. I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. Mick said, "Good luck, thank you, mate." Tom LS900 says, "I've started the free course, going well. Good to hear, mate. Glad you started. If you need any help, make sure to reach out in the Discord or ping us a message if you want to jump on a call. But yeah, good to see you've got started, mate."
Interstate Coast said, "Do you guys try factor in storage costs with your stock, or does it turn around quick enough?" So no. Good question. I try to sell through my stock within 1 to 2 months, 3 months being the latest target. I do hold stock for up to 6 months sometimes if the ROI is massive or if the listing is tanked, but it will recover. Otherwise, I just cut my losses with it. So I wouldn't say I particularly factor in storage costs because I plan to sell through them quickly. I'm assuming you don't do that, do you?
No, I don't at all. It's very hard to factor in storage costs because you have no idea how long you're going to have the product for. And for the first 3 months, the storage costs are so low anyway. I don't think it really makes much of a difference. Ideally, if you're doing OA, you're not going to be having stock for longer than, ideally, you're not going to have it for longer than 3 months. So the additional storage costs aren't really going to take in. You don't really have to take them into account. So yeah, don't bother at this stage.
Do you see the YouTube comment? YouTube Shorts, man. YouTube Shorts attracts the weirdest people.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't get it. It's always YouTube.
It is always YouTube. There's a commonality with the hate comments as well, isn't it? It's always
it's the same theme every time.
Same theme every time. Where are you moving to? Somewhere tax-free, I imagine. Isle of Man. Interstate Co. You would imagine that, but Sam's actually shooting himself in the foot moving with your tax situation, aren't you? You're going for standard of life rather than tax efficiency.
Yeah, the taxes are rough. I'm going to Spain. I'm going to Ibiza, but obviously Spanish taxes, which is pretty rough. If you run a few businesses not based in Spain, then yeah, you get shafted massively. But it's kind of the price you have to pay to live somewhere nice. And it's just one of those things, going for quality of life rather than cheap taxes.
Athea said UK value for money is terrible. I say this all the time, right? I'm very passionately British. I love our country. I love our values. I do love the country, but it's been so badly mismanaged for so long. They do not want to make it appealing for new businesses, for small businesses. Anyone with sense and a business behind them ends up leaving the country. And it's a shame. I think British people get so frustrated by England because we see the potential it has, and we keep messing it up with our terrible governments. But almost everyone I know in business is planning to leave, except for Reese. Reese is actually going to stay in the UK by the sounds of it long term, but literally everyone else I know wants to leave.
Yeah, for sure. So Tom LS says, "I'm in Jersey, Channel Islands, though, so not sure if that is a negative." I think that's pretty good, mate. Jersey's pretty good at that.
Isn't that meant to be a tax haven?
Yeah, I need tax havens. Or isn't it really hard to move to like Jersey? You have to have like a certain amount of net worth or income or something like that. So I've been to, is it Jersey I went to? No, Guernsey I went before, which is the island next to it, a long time ago. Really nice, to be fair. So I wouldn't say that's a negative. I think it's it's pretty good, mate.
Kay said, "Sam, do you source yourself or do you have a VA source for you?"
I have 2 VAs who source for me. I do the odd sourcing. I'm actually trying to source right now as we speak. But I have 2 VAs and they work full-time sourcing for me.
Enter State Coach said, classmate, hope to be in that position within 24 to 36 months. Absolutely, mate. You got to aim high. And, you know, the sky's the limit. We are in a global economy right now, so you really can move around. I've got a lot of friends in the Dubai scene who love it there. It's not for everyone. Portugal looks really nice. I've heard Switzerland is really nice, good for business. I'm more than willing to stay in the UK if it improves. I would love to, in fact. But when you've got kids on the way, you want to think about what's best for your kids. And yeah, like I did a Claude the other day saying, as a business owner, how much money would I have to earn? How much would I have to pay myself to net £10,000 after tax? And it is horrific in comparison to like Dubai or other countries. Absolutely horrific. You have to earn like literally twice the money.
Yeah, it's mental. And then it's not even like the money we spend on taxes actually seems to go to anything worthwhile. It all seems to just go to absolute. Well, I don't really want to say it on air because we get flagged again. But yeah, it just seems to get wasted.
Enter State Co, you'll get there 100%. I can imagine. Athea said our tax income is horrid, such a waste. Yeah, and like as Sam just said, where does it go? Like, where does it go? Nothing bloody works. Everything's twice as expensive and half as good. It's so frustrating. You check out like Scandinavian countries, and they've just got it nailed, haven't they? Like they seem to be so effective with how they run their country.
You think so? Like when we went to Canada last year, and I don't really know what their tax situation is like, but you can tell have I glitched?
You have, yeah. I reckon you'll pop back in a sec, though.
Yeah, you can tell whatever money they do pay in tax actually gets spent well, because you go outside, everything's clean, everything's nice. You've got parks which are all very well maintained, looked after. There's no rubbish anywhere. Like it just looks like a nice place. Whereas in the UK, in public places, a lot of the time they're just not.
It's funny you say that, because I know Canadians and they are. Oh, I'm hearing myself twice. I'm hearing you twice now as well.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't change anything my end.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a couple of Canadian friends, and they hate the Canadian government. They absolutely hate them, and yeah.
That's what I've heard, to be fair. Yeah, I have heard that, but I don't know. It seemed like a nice place when I was there, and yeah, I guess I only went to a very small part of it, so I'm sure. Yes, I guess when I went to Vancouver, that's kind of different. That was like Skid Row in LA. That was pretty mad seeing that in person, to be fair. And that, yeah, super rough. Like some of it, obviously really nice bits, and some of it was crazy rough. Not something you'd ever really want to go back to be honest.
No, I was seeing a podcast episode with this YouTuber the other day who said he's on track to try and make 100 million. Like he's actually on that level. And he said the exit tax to leave Canada is so bad, he literally can't afford to leave the country. And I was thinking, how is that not authoritarianism? How, like, that's just like a financial North Korea kind of thing.
It is, yeah, it's mental how they allow that and do that. Isn't it?
Anyway, we're verging back into politics. Let's verge away. Gab,
Tom said, Tom said, because he lives in Channel Islands, it's great for tax and we don't pay VAT. But if exporting, you've got to pay it. It just can't handle products. It would take a lot longer to ship products anyway. Yeah, I don't know, but great for tax, and they don't pay VAT, so that's a win in my book.
Yeah, fair. Gab, what do you think about AI automation for business? Do you think everyone has adapted? Gab, very good question. SellerSmart is an AI company. We've built a software over the last 2 years. It's AI integrated. in our mentorship, we have lessons on how to utilize AI in Amazon. And I have a lot of like left-wing friends, and I had my birthday on the weekend on Saturday, and it was really interesting because I would say people in business are a bit less lefty than people not in business, let's say. And it's really interesting hearing the conversation between my left-wing friends versus my business friends, because everyone I know in business is super excited by AI. The opportunity is incredible. The amount of potential we have with it to not only help with business, but help with medicine, taxes, lawyers, whatever, is really amazing. I'm a massive AI optimist. It's really interesting to hear the left-wing debate where they're all AI catastrophists and they're all thinking it's the worst thing in the world and everything like that, saying it's not worth it. But if you use AI as a tool, not a tool to replace humans, but as a tool to enhance our productivity, I think it's absolutely incredible. And it's the worst it's ever going to be now. It's only going to keep getting better. And all of the problems that we're seeing with AI, so AI data centers requiring lots of water, data centers becoming mini heat maps in the places where they're placed. These are problems that we will solve over time. I think humans always forget that technology starts at the worst iteration of itself. So, look how good cars are now versus cars 100 years ago. It's the exact same thing. This technology is so unbelievably good. We do need to keep reinvesting into it and using it, I believe. And I'm an optimist, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared. I know tons of people who are losing their jobs to redundancies because of AI, which is in part why we're so passionate on these live calls to tell you guys it's probably a very good idea for you to learn how to become self-reliant. Learn how to make money online. We do that with Amazon FBA. Utilize AI and don't get left behind. The people who refuse to use it are going to get left behind, in my opinion. What do you think, Sam?
100%. You need to utilize it. Everyone else is, and you will be left behind 1,000,000%. And I think it's very obvious. Almost anyone within business is utilizing AI in one form or another, and I think thinking it's terrible and all this and not wanting to use it out of whatever reason, I think it's just idiotic. It's something you need to learn, something you need to get behind 100%.
Yeah, 100% completely. Athea said Parliament seat cushions and champagne. Yeah, that's where the taxes go, isn't it? Couldn't agree more. It's a bunch of corrupt. I don't trust any politicians, even if I like them. I don't trust them just by nature. I think that's part of British culture, isn't it?
You just get shafted every time. You just get shafted by them. They just lie through their teeth. They say one thing, do another. There should be a law that if they, I don't know, something to do with their manifesto, if they step away from their manifesto or don't do what they say they're going to do or completely do the opposite, there should be some sort of law where they're held accountable, but they're just not.
How about a law where they promise £350 million to the NHS per week, and if they lied about it, they go to jail? Where was that law?
Well, yeah, exactly. It's it's mad, absolutely mad.
Interstate Co. Services improve, people eat out, businesses thrive, everyone wins. 100%. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If the country is taxed into the ground like ours is right now, like, do you guys realize English people eating out once a week as a treat is not normal? Like, you go to other countries and they eat out every day, and that's very possible. Can you imagine how much of a budget you would need to eat out every day in the UK? It's just absurd. It's why I hate this stupid system. It just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, it's that's all Labour know. That's all they know, to tax.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stefan, how many deals a VA should find per week and how does it work? Really good question, because you said per week, not per day. You have to really gauge their performance over an average of the week or the month, because some days they'll find 2, some days they'll find 10, some days they'll find 6. It's really about the average over the week. I would say instead of worrying too much about how many leads they find, let's say 5 to 6 viable leads per day on average would be a good key performance indicator to aim for. Your spend is probably more of an important metric. So if you need to spend 5K in July to hit your revenue targets, is your VA finding enough leads for you to spend 5K? If it's 50K, are they finding enough leads to spend 50K, and if not, if they are performing well, maybe you need another one in your team. It's kind of you gauge their performance that way. Would you add anything onto that?
No, I think it's just, yeah, like you say, spreading it out over like a month as opposed to a week, and that gives you a really good indication as to how they perform. Like I've said it before a few times, like I've obviously got a prep center, not a prep center, a couple of VAs, and I think 1 month, the first 2 weeks of the month, we spent like no money, like 10, 20 grand or something like that. When I usually spend like 100 grand a month, that was like obviously a big shock in 2 weeks. And then you sort of panic a little bit. But then by the end of the month, we hit that 100K mark. And it all just came sort of the second half of the month. So you can't really judge them on 1 day or 1 week. Like I got one of my best VA yesterday. He didn't find a single deal all day. And it's just what it is. Like I don't really care too much. Like obviously it's annoying, but I know like today he found 7, and I think the day before he found like 16. So it's just working out the averages for the month is so much more reliable to really understand how they are performing.
Yeah, for sure. Terry said send them to the gallows. Look at France's history, right? They've got a history of different to the UK, and they protest and fight for their rights all the time. The British need to be a bit more like that, I'd say, in the long run. We're a bit too apathetic to the problems in our country. Athea, interstate code, definitely an economic side of things to it with less disposable income. It's a shame. Yeah, 100%. Almost everyone I know is broke, including people in the middle class. One of my mates at my birthday is a very high up lawyer. He can't afford to buy a house in Bristol. What is that? Like, that's just absolutely absurd.
You used to be able to sound like an old man now, but back in the day, you used to be able to support a family with one, like the bloke go out to work and then his one job could support the whole family, whereas nowadays you've got absolutely no chance.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, don't even get me into that. Governments are wondering why the population collapse is happening. It's like, well, my God, no one can afford anything. Both people have to work. Where's the time to have kids?
Yeah, 100%.
AI, I understand, Athera, I should say, I understand the argument of you not using AI, but there are loads of pros for business. Yeah, 100%. And I've said this before, but I always feel the need to reiterate it. In our company, we never are looking at AI thinking, wow, I can't wait to get rid of our whole team with this technology. We love working with the people we work with. We want to embolden them. We want to empower them with tools that they can use to add value to the company and to their lives and to everything we're doing in Seller Smart. So I think they're a tool, and I think they're an incredible tool that can be utilized very well in the right hands. But you have to learn it, and the everyday user using ChatGPT or Claude probably has no idea about prompt engineering. But if you can watch a few YouTube videos on how to use AI properly, you can get a lot better output. And the people I know who think it's useless are the ones who have no idea how to prompt it properly. There are YouTube videos by LLMs, large language models. There are YouTube videos of high-level developers in these companies, or even the owners, doing a 2.5-hour masterclass on prompt engineering. And they do a one-shot on a developer release to their software. So say they want to add a feature to their software, they'll prompt the entire 2.5-hour live masterclass, and they'll get the feature bang on first try. It would have taken an entire team of developer weeks and lots of money to do that before. So it just goes to show, if you know how to use them, they are absolutely mind-blowing impressive. And as they develop and get better, the level of expertise you're going to need to have to get good at them is going to go down and down and down. They're just going to get so much better for the average Joe, which is why I'm so excited by them. I had a GP appointment earlier today where he had an AI note taker listening to the appointment. I was really, really happy that's happened, because the more it's trained, the more accurate the notes are, the more accurate AI becomes, the health outcomes for patients, in my opinion, goes up. And that's just one element,
Yeah, I agree.
End of my TED talk. Elliot, yo, Sean, welcome to Live, mate. How are you today? Athea and Elliot, you're a dynamic duo in these chats. I love watching you two back and forth. I'm going for some leads under £10 now. I've always had keeper filtered 10 plus. I personally don't like that myself. You're a non-VAT registered seller. Everything I sell is over 20 quid. And it's because when you find high ROI products that are less than £10, the margin for price changes is really low. So if you get competition and people undercut by a penny, you run out of profit really quickly. So when you hit VAT registration, it gets a lot trickier. That's just my personal preference. What's your minimum cost of goods or sale price, Sam?
Minimum cost of goods is £15. Anything less than £15, I need to make like 50% ROI on it. I generally don't really touch much around the £10 mark, so I just don't think it's. I don't really think it's worth my time. The margin is always pretty terrible.
Athea said once a week, this was regarding eating out, once a week is a luxury in my area. That in itself is a scathing indictment of how bad the UK has become. And if you think about it, when you're not eating out, I know this sounds really overly melodramatic, but when you're not eating out and everyone else isn't eating out, that's why restaurants and businesses are going out of business, which is bad for the economy. You'd think it would be really intuitive and obvious for politicians to know that, but I swear they just can't see the wood through the trees.
It is mental how oblivious they are to it. Well, they must know, but just for some reason not actioning it for whatever reason that is.
Too busy lining their own pockets, I suspect.
Well, yeah, be something along those lines.
Tom. Oh, every time you freeze, Sam, I end up hearing myself.
Oh, I don't know why.
Interesting. I'm sure it'll go. Thomas, are VAs exclusive to you, or are they sending the same stuff to multiple?
Ideally, they're exclusive to you, like you're paying them to work for yourself. So yeah, they should be exclusive to you. So sometimes it's not always the case. You can get some sneaky VAs, and they will try and work for multiple clients at the same time. But there's always ways you can sort of suss them out. But yeah, in an ideal world, they are just working for yourself.
Yeah, we actually have a belief in Seller Smart where the majority of people who try Amazon and say it doesn't work are the ones who've bought leads from public group where lots of people buy the same leads, they all tank, and then it doesn't work. We do believe in you guys developing the skill to find your own leads. And as Sam said, utilizing VAs yourself. If you want to share with a friend, that's a different thing. But ideally, you don't want to be buying the same leads as groups of people too often because it's just not going to work.
Yeah, exactly that.
User 4345592154622, very catchy. Said, where's Sam moving to?
Ibiza.
Whoa, we're going to Ibiza.
We're gonna have a party.
Interstate Co. What do VAs get out of it? Are they paid per lead or you buy, etc.? You can do pay per lead. It's a lot less common. Cal at one point had 30 VAs on a pay per lead basis, and he was doing really well from that. Most VAs are paid a salary. So Interstate Co. Let me break down the numbers for you, right? If you were to hire a VA through Recruit Smart, an experienced VA would cost you 30,000 Filipino pesos per month. That's right now with the GBP exchange rate. That's about 362 to 365 pounds per month, and you pay them over, like, you pay them half on the 15th, half at the end of the month. And people who say it's exploitation are idiots. They have no idea how currency exchange works. 30,000 pesos per month in the Philippines, depending on where they live, is a really good salary. And obviously, it's very affordable for people in the UK to hire them. So an Amazon arbitrage business model wouldn't work if you had to pay UK salaries. It just wouldn't be cost effective, which is why we work with people from the Philippines or sometimes Pakistan or India. But Recruit Smart is almost exclusively Filipinos. We've got two Nigerians who live in the Philippines, really, which is pretty cool. And they did really well when they passed through training.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought meant he worked for Seller Smart.
No. Our Seller Smart team, we have a lot of Filipinos in our team. The Philippines has a lot of Spanish influence because the Spanish colonized the Philippines. So the women in our team from the Philippines are Filipinas, not Filipinos. And we've got loads of Filipinos in our team. Again, I say this all the time. We've ended up hiring a massive team of women. I have no idea why that keeps happening, but everyone we interview that performs really well seems to be a Filipina. And they're amazing, incredible people. They work really hard. They've got very different work culture to the UK. So when you first start working with them, they might refer to you as sir, which makes most English people quite uncomfortable. So we have to set expectations with them that they can refer to you by their first name. But again, it's the Spanish influence. It's a senora thing. But yeah, they're amazing people, very trustworthy. If you're in the right spot in your business to hire a VA, it can be incredibly, incredibly exciting. It can be a game changer. Terry said they are, hold on, solicits? How do you pronounce that? Are you still there, Sam?
Socialists.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's very glitchy. I think it's because I'm sourcing at the same time, so I'm opening up lots of tabs and it's glitching out. So I'm going to close
right.
it.
Right, Terry. Yeah, you meant I thought you were saying solicits. They're socialist is deliberate. Don't even get me started on that, mate. My fiance's from Venezuela. Don't even get me started on it. Okay, right. Where do we leave off? Should we sell fashion as a beginner on FBA? It's a grey area for me. I to be honest with you, I don't. I avoid fashion because the returns are really high and expensive. I think a good return rate to have is less than 5%, and I think fashion is something like 40%. So I avoid it. In the US, selling shoes is massive. It's really big. Do you touch much fashion?
No, fashion's horrific. The returns are crazy. It's not really worth doing, I don't think, in the UK. I think, like you say, US is pretty popular for it, but not in the UK. I wouldn't be touching it, to be honest.
Yeah, I tend not to. Elliot, someone in my class was selling a course on AI prompts. They were making so much money. Good for them. That's a great way to earn money. Honestly, if you can teach AI these days, someone I know in the Amazon space who's moved to Dubai, he was talking to a guy who does AI arbitrage, and the guy was making something like 250 grand a month or something. He's doing incredibly well. So the opportunity in AI is really good. Obviously, we think the opportunity in Amazon is amazing, and you can implement AI into Amazon business if you play around and try to automate a lot of stuff. It's really good. Mozzie, what's a section 3? Mozzie, really good question. We just released a YouTube long form video. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can watch our latest video on section 3s. A section 3 is a violation on Amazon where Amazon do not believe what you've been selling is authentic. You have to prove to them that what you've purchased is from a legitimate supplier and it's not a fake product. They can happen for many reasons. So a lot of times recently, a lot of newbies have been getting section 3s purely because they need to verify their account. So it's not just inauthenticity. There's a few categories that cover why you might get one. People panic when they get one. You genuinely shouldn't. I had a section 3. Our account recovery expert got it cleared for me. We say this all the time in the team. You genuinely never hear about people losing their accounts as long as you follow the rules. And if ever you're in trouble, you can always talk to our account recovery expert. He's very, very good. Oh, I'm getting a call from someone. Prep Smart calling me. Okay, right. Sorry about that, if you can hear that. Thomas 900. So the VAs I can pay for from your Discord exclusive. Yeah, absolutely. We have a VA recruitment business, which is, where is it? Right there.
Above my head. Depends how you look at it.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear myself again. Don't know why it keeps happening. But yeah, Thomas, you can hire a VA from us and they will be exclusive to you. They are fully trained. They are vetted. We have a very strict criteria. Hold on. Okay, that's better. It's gone again. Sorry about that if you could hear me twice. We have a very strict passing criteria, so 90 to 95% of applicants don't pass. We have really good reviews with Recruit Smart, really good. So if you're interested in hiring a VA, do let us know. I'll drop you a follow. Thomas, I can't actually follow you. If you give us a follow, I'll follow you back. We can't message any of you guys on TikTok unless we're following each other. So be sure to do that and we'll schedule a call. Amara, how do we find good VAs? Perfect time, Amara. I was just saying, you can hire a VA from us. We do all of that for you. Recruit Smart is amazing. Amazing. I just bit my tongue. It's amazing. We have a very good reputation, really good reviews. And many of our clients hire multiple people from us because their VAs are so good, they expand their team. So yeah, hire a VA through us. The user with the long number name said, why Ibiza out of curiosity?
Because I love it. We go there every year for the whole of April as a family. We go there for the last 4 or 5 years. Every year we always wonder what it would be like to live there, and we always say that it'd be nice to live there. And then this year we just thought, why not? Let's just give it a go and then just see what happens. So yeah, we're going to go and see what happens. There's a lot more to it than what people think in terms of the party. Everyone thinks it's just like a mad party island, where it's obviously got mad party stuff to it, but there's so much more to it than just the clubs and party style. It's this place is unreal. So yeah, looking forward to living there.
I never did the Ibiza party thing back in the day, but I always felt like I missed a fun opportunity not doing that.
It was good. I went there. It was my first lads holiday, and then I went there 4 years in a row after that. And then so I've been there quite a few times, and I think I've got the party stuff out of my system now, and now it's a chilled beach life for me.
Mate, I've done a few stag do's where I was convinced I've cut 10 years off my life in those 3 or 4 days.
Easily.
Tough said, do you hold inventory on you? So the stuff I've got in my house is like dead stock from stuff that hasn't sold, has been returned, and I just haven't listed it yet. Typically, I send most things into FBA and I try to sell it out within 1 to 2 months. I do hold stock for up to 6 months when it's necessary, but you want to do that as little as possible. How about you, Sam?
I don't hold anything. I guess he said hold it on you. I don't know. Do you mean like in Amazon's warehouse, or do you mean at my house? I don't really hold anything at my house. In Amazon's warehouse, I don't really. I guess it depends on the listing, right? Like I will hold the product if I think the listing's going to recover, or if there's a particular reason why I'm holding it, like the price is tanked or something like that, then I'll have to hold it to get the best possible price. But ideally, sort of when it gets 6 months of a hold, I try and get rid around that. Any longer than that, then there needs to be a really good reason as to why I'm holding it for that long.
Mosley said, how easy is it to get a Section 3 removed? How long is a piece of string? It's a really impossible answer to give you because it's case by case. Every case is different. Mine was really complicated, which if you watch the YouTube video, you'll see why. There was a bug on Amazon system, which meant mine took 4 months and it was a lot of work. A lot of people can get theirs cleared in 1 phone call. It's just dependent on the case and the complexity of it. The more you appeal a Section 3 and get rejected, the harder it is to get back. So if you've tried and failed once or twice, do not keep doing it. Talk to our account recovery expert. So far, the jury is still out with 1 case, but so far he has 100% success rate and 1 mishap that I've been dealing with this week. You can get them removed, but if you're struggling, you probably will need to talk to our account recovery expert because you don't want to risk your account. YK, do you have to join your group to get access to trained VAs? No, not at all. You don't have to join the group. You can just schedule a call with us about Recruit Smart. YK, same thing I said earlier. Give us a follow and we'll follow you back. And if you want to have a call with us about hiring a VA, please do just let us know. We actually have a group of VAs who just passed recently and who are ready to get hired. So it's really good timing. And we're in the back end. We're going to be updating our Recruit Smart offer soon. So if you guys want to hire experienced VAs, now is a really good time to do that. Athea said, okay, thank you. Tough said, didn't Amazon discontinue their own prep center, so you would have to send it to a third-party prep? Okay, I see what you're saying. So Amazon has fulfillment centers, which is all of their warehouses. Oh, I can hear myself again. What you're referring to, Amazon discontinued prepping people's stock with SKU labels and things like that. And the reason for that, I believe, is because a prep center will cost you, let's say you're sending fewer than 500 units and you're using our prep center, prepping a product that's going to cost you 45p plus VAT. And the more you send, the cheaper that gets. When Amazon was doing it, it was like 75p plus VAT. So obviously no one was using it because it was ridiculously expensive. So I think that's why they discontinued it. They said it's because prep centers have been performing so well, but who knows? But yeah, if you're ready, we have a prep center as well. Give us a call about that. Prep Smart is very good. We've got Recruit Smart, Prep Smart, and Seller Smart is the parent company overall. Interstate code. Do you trust the VA or do you end up checking yourself? That is something that's built over time. You have to see a VA as a remote worker in your business. So I use a software called Team Logger, and every person that's recruited through Recruit Smart, we recommend using Team Logger, where it takes screenshots of their screen every minute and it tracks how, as a percentage, how productive they are over the day. I don't ever use that to breathe down people's necks. I only ever use it in the event that there's an issue. And I have caught staff members sharing leads with other people before, and I wouldn't have found that without that software. You get to a point with good VAs where my VA, I let them purchase all my stock. They have my credit cards because I trust them completely. Sam is the same, but you still need to be the final decision maker in how much is in what is being bought. That's one thing that you should never outsource, in our opinion.
100%. Most def.
Interstate said the leads. I mean, yeah. Athea, do you sell any video games, but the physical versions, if you know what I mean? Yeah, I've sold loads of video games before. Yeah, I definitely sell video games. CDs and vinyls, sold a lot of those as well. Those can do really well. Trying to think of more obscure ones.
DVDs are pretty good, I find.
Yeah, DVDs are good. Amara, what do you do if Amazon loses your stuff? Really good question. So there is a reimbursement portal on Amazon. Do not trust it. It misses a hell of a lot of stuff. You need to check the reports to make sure you're keeping on top of your stuff. Whenever you get returns, whenever you get lost or damaged stock, whenever you get reimbursements, that's always referred to as leakage, and you need to keep on top of that. If Amazon lose your stock, you can raise a case and you can claim money on that. Let's say it used to be the case where if I sent in something that cost me £20, Amazon might refund me £24 for that. So you'd actually make profit. Then ages ago, they changed the policy and they said manufacturer buy cost reimbursement, which means if I sent it in for 20 quid, they might give me back 10. So it's a lot worse now, but you can contest it, you can appeal it, and you can keep fighting it. And I've actually spoken to someone who took Amazon through the mediation process with a lot of reimbursements that they massively underpaid, and they ended up paying back the proper amount. So you need to keep track of it. You need to action your reimbursements, because if you're not keeping on top of that, the gross profits you're making are going to be completely eaten by losses, because it does happen.
Yeah. Definitely. It's the biggest loss factor in Amazon if you're not staying on top of that.
Sam, what would you say are the biggest reports that people should be very familiar with? I would say inventory ledger, returns. What else would you say? Inventory ledger.
They're the two I was going to say, inventory ledger report and then return report. They're probably the two most important reports you want to be looking at.
And you can feed those. You can feed those into AI. So if you're struggling to read the data, you can feed it into ChatGPT or Claude.
Other than that, there's probably lots of reports you want to read, but yeah, those two are 100% the most important ones you need to understand and look at. Order removal report is pretty key to look at and understand. But yeah, I think they are the main ones, I think, for sure.
Sorry, Interstate Car, I just realized you clarified your question and I didn't answer it. You said the leads. So do you trust the VA or do you end up checking the leads yourself? Yeah, you always check the leads. What you do is you connect. So we have a free purchase tracking sheet that you can download at any point for free. You connect that to SellerAmp SaaS, and then whenever your VA finds leads, they click a button in SaaS and it exports to that sheet. You then review the lead and you decide if you want to buy it or not. That's the process. You don't want to trust VAs blindly because they are never going to care about your money as much as you do, obviously, because it's your money you're spending. So you always have to check, but they will find it for you. So they'll do 40 hours of work for you per week. And every day you review your leads and you decide which ones you want to buy. YK, I hate the admin. How to overcome this? Yeah, 99% of sellers don't pay attention to the admin. Our software is in a wait list that you can sign up to. And if you join our mentorship, you can use our software. Our software automates a lot of the admin and manages it very, very well. We're still developing it and trying to make it user-friendly and developing the bugs. But that's the way that I handle the admin these days because our system does it really well. Ideally, you want to automate as much of the admin as you can. If you're not technical, then sign up to our software waitlist, I would say. Amara, do you guys do OARA? Yeah, we do online arbitrage, Amazon to Amazon, European Amazon to Amazon, and wholesale. We are going to be diving very heavily into brand direct very soon. The direction of our mentorship, I think, is going to go very heavily towards brand direct. And in our mentorship, we have wholesale distributor relationships. So we have wholesalers provide leads in there. And soon it will be out to our prep center community as well. Ahisan, do you use RB and Keeper for sourcing? We do not. RB is a competition, is part of our competition. We have our own software, so I don't use it. We just use Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS, and that's the two tools that we lead with in our mentorship. We very much believe fully that you should find your own leads. I'm not going to disparage RB or any other software. I want to do everything I can to limit how many people are seeing the same leads. So if you develop the skill of finding them yourself, you help limit that. What softwares are you using at the moment, Sam?
Keeper and SellerAmp, an SDK. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then the SellerSmart one. You don't need. Arborsource. I don't really like Arborsource. I've not really heard many good things about it. A lot of people try and use it, and it seems to just use it for the sake of using it. You don't really need a lot of these softwares, to be honest with you. You're so much better just manually sourcing. It's like going into a Discord group and buying a lead someone's posted in a Discord group for 500 other people to buy. I don't think they're that great, if I'm honest.
Amara, how much do you charge for the mentorship? So we don't talk publicly about how much we charge, but if you jump in a call with us, we'll be very transparent and tell you right away. We have calls with people because we're very selective with who we let in. We have an amazing, amazing mentorship group. Everyone is incredible. Over time, we've really fostered the community and it's very, very positive. Everyone helps each other. Everyone's been getting incredible results and we only have 5-star reviews. As of recently, I think we have 170 positive reviews across the whole business with no negatives. We put a lot of work into the people in our mentorship. We work with you as a team for 6 months. So we're very selective with who we work with. We want to make sure that you're going to apply what we teach. We want to make sure you're a good fit for the community. You need to have enough cash to invest. So you need to have at least 5K to invest. We do have a group mentorship as well, where you need less capital. But you still need enough to obviously pay for the mentorship and pay for coaching. But it's an amazing place. We have a 50K guarantee. We'll work with you until you hit 50K or double your revenue. You get an unbelievable list of stuff with it. So you get weekly live calls that are all recorded. You get one-to-one chat channel with Sam where you get calls with Sam. You get to use our software for free whilst it's being developed. You get to use our auto ungated tool completely for free in the mentorship. whilst it's being developed. We have a course that you get lifetime access to. We have the strategies that we all developed across the entire team that you have access to. You have an ungating channel where everyone helps each other find ungates cheaply. And we get guest speakers who come in. So we've had a couple of people who do 3 to 4 million a year come in and share their value. And we're going to be adding more people in. It's it's a very good space. I think we've got a couple of people from the mentorship in this live right now. And I hope every single one of them would vouch for us that it's worth the investment to work with us for sure.
Terry said, how come you let me in if you're so selective?
Yeah, there you go. Terry, we let you in because you're a legend, mate. I dread to see what your messages are going to be.
He does provide the laughs.
Terry does provide the laughs in the group. I dread to see what your messages are going to be like with the football going on later, Terry.
Yeah, good point.
I'm looking forward to that.
To look forward to.
What is the capital required? If you're going to go solo, try to start with at least £1,000. More is better. If you want to join our group mentorship, you probably need anywhere from, Sam, what would you say, like 3 to 5K, something like that, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
And then if you want to work with us one-to-one, you need at least 5K. We did actually, I forgot to mention, we did decide the other day that we decided to make the mentorship, the group mentorship, lifetime access. So you get to stay in the group for lifetime, but what you see in the group stops, new stuff coming into the group stops on your exit date. So all the new calls that we do after you leave, you have to pay on the subscription model to keep seeing them, but you still get access to the network, and the network of people in there is incredible. So honestly, the offer is amazing. We have been told repeatedly by our business coach to increase our prices. I think we probably will at the end of the month, maybe the end of next month. So we'll do a little campaign before that to say, if you want to join, now is a good time. And it's a supply and demand thing as well. Sam is getting unbelievably busy. Sam is answering messages from 6 a.m. until, I think you said 11 p.m. sometimes, right?
Yeah. All hours of the day. It's busy.
Yeah, so because of supply and demand, the busier it gets, the more the price will go up. So it's a really good time to get involved now. It's a hell of a community in there. We love everyone in there. Worth the find. What's your biggest tip for someone just starting OA? Sourcing is a nightmare. 100%. It's very challenging in the beginning. Keeper and SellerAmp SaaS. Go to our free Discord community and download all the free resources. We have a free course. We have a YouTube channel that you can follow. I'm going to be posting a lot more YouTube long forms in the coming weeks. Ask as many questions in the group as you want. And if you have the cash and you want to work with us, schedule a call and work with us. Other than that, I would say storefront sourcing with sellers that have fewer than 400 reviews, email newsletter sourcing, and build data, collect data. Download all of our free resources and use the purchase sheet to keep collecting data. What would you add to that, Sam?
Sorry, mate. What was the question?
What's your biggest tip for someone who's just starting online arbitrage?
You want to, it's the same as anything, right? Practice makes perfect. It's going to be tedious when you first get started, but you want to just keep doing it over and over and over again, and it will suddenly click. I think what Sean said, collect as much data as possible, try and learn as much as possible, and I think you just need to be super resilient with it. It is a slog when you first start. So you just need to, just battle through that. Ask questions as well. Like, try and speak to people. If you're not sure on something, if you're in Discord groups or anything like that, ask away. But the more you ask questions, the easier it should become, and the more you do it, the easier it should become as well. It's just one of those things which takes time. It's like riding a bike, right? You don't pick up when you first get on the bike. You need to keep trying over and over again, and then it will click.
Yeah, Jay, in this call, earlier you sent me a DM and I forgot to respond, so I just replied to you. He said, please, can I ask one question if it's not too personal? How long did you decide before you went full-time, and what figure did you decide was safe? So I got made redundant. I went full-time immediately and I did gig work to bring money in. And my partner had a salary. She was a platform engineering specialist for a bank as well. So we constantly had money coming into the house through gig work and things like that. We looked after dogs. I did every delivery drive in. I just did odd jobs and things like that to bring cash in. When it comes to you deciding what is a safe figure, I would say whatever money you need to take out on a monthly basis to survive, let's say it's $2,000, you probably should be profiting at least $4,000, at least 3 months in a row to be consistent. Oh, Sam's gone. I know Sam went full time. You've gone off TikTok.
So annoying when it does that, because it tells me I need to activate something because I've not been on it. Oh, now it's been suspended for a day.
All right. Well, I was just going to say, everyone on TikTok, Sam's been suspended for a day on TikTok. To be honest with you, I need to go. I need to record content. So let me just ask in the last two questions. KLDs, this isn't private label. We do wholesale, arbitrage, brand direct. Athea, any tips for manual sourcing? Build up data and do email newsletter sourcing as your foundation for it. Email newsletter sourcing first and then go into the manual. Filter by biggest discount first and go through brand by brand on the website that you're on. Check it for 15 minutes. If you don't find anything, move on. The second you find a product that's profitable, look for other products in that brand because it's likely the whole brand is on offer. Thank you ever so much for coming today, guys. It's been a really fun live. I'm sorry Sam is missing on TikTok. He's actually over on YouTube still.
Catch me on YouTube.
Cool.
But yeah, good to chat, mate. And same time or earlier on Friday, 12 o'clock Friday, right?
Yeah, so we will be live again. Sam and I will be live again on Friday at 12 o'clock. I'll be live tomorrow. I actually will be. Don't forget to join our free Discord community. Schedule a call with us if you want to sign up to any services or if you're interested in mentorship, let us know. Have a really good day, guys. We'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.